Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. If you are new, thank you for being here. My name is Ashley. I am a life coach and I'm really passionate, overly obnoxiously passionate about self-love and self-care. And I got that way because I didn't have it before. I wasn't that way before. And so when I was about 25, I said, you know what? If I don't love me, I don't know who else will, because my mama can't be here all the time. My daddy can't be here all the time. So now I'm an adult and I need to do it for myself. So that is what inspired me sharing my perspective and my journey. And one thing about it, it never ends. I can't remember if I posted. I don't think I posted it. I might have, but as far as the self-care goes, you are ever evolving and switching it up. I want to say about a week ago, it was my first time in years getting my eyebrows done. And so I was a little skeptical and I kept telling her, okay, only do it like this. I don't want to look, because I had had a bad experience. So when she did it, and I just was like, oh my God, my face is so much brighter. I just love how my eyes look. Skip ahead, and then day before yesterday, I got my first color matching. And foundation has always been hit or miss with me. You just kind of get in the drugstore and kind of like, this will work. But as far as me wearing a full face 24/7, neither here nor there. But I love doing my eyes. I always have a lip. And so getting back into getting a good match, working through that whole process with the consultant at the makeup store, and then she sold me on a blush. I was really like so out of my zone. I'm like, I don't think I can pull off a blush. She was like, trust me, you can do it. And then she gave me like a concealer, and so I came out with a nice little a way to just kind of just improve upon my already what I think works for me as far as my makeup looks. So it's a lot of fun to still be, improving along the journey. And I'm 33, you know what I mean? I came a long way with clearing up my skin from, a lot of my dark spots and scarring and blah, 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 blah. So when I talk about self-love and self-care, it isn't just you think it, you believe it, and then you stop. It's you're always improving yourself. So anyway, that's not what this video is about at all. What I wanted to talk about is when you have truly arrived at a place where you know what you're doing is working. And this is kind of piggybacking off of a request from my Instagram. If you were asked me about more so the present than like past mistakes, and especially in relation to relationships and men and things like that. And so, I talk a lot about my past because my past is what springboarded me to where I am today, but not from a standpoint of like feeling stuck or like that is my identity, or I owe it all to my mistakes in my past. Not that far, but thankful to have learned what I learned to be here. And so when talking about the now, and if everything you've been doing is working, if you're headed in the right direction, it's gonna feel, first of all, easy, flowing. It's gonna be calm, peaceful. It's gonna be clear. It's gonna be quiet. Sometimes it's not gonna be a whole lot of hoopla. And I think for some people the silence can be scary. No arguing, no naysayers, no little voices of doubt, no little voices of fear, no little voices in any direction, inside and outside. Communication is going to be very just boom, boom, boom. If you want to, use other people as a mirror, let's say your significant other, a partner, a new person, they're not going to play games. They're going to be very transparent. They're going to be very clear. They're going to be very boom, boom, boom. And you won't have to ask, what are we? What are we doing? What do you want? You're not going to have to ask, where are we? What are we? Where are we going? How long is this going to take? You're not going to have to ask a lot of really simple things, because they are going to be forever trying to reassure you that they are who they say they are. They want what they say they want. And they're going to not just talk, but show you. Do it. Prove to you, demonstrate, and repeat. Consistency. It won't be these phone games if I haven't talked to him. I don't know what's going on. It's going to be, I won't be able to talk to you because I'll be in a 3-hour meeting. As soon as the meeting ends at 3:01, I will call you back. I used to talk to this guy, and he was a master electrician. And he'd be like, call me anytime. Anytime. And I'd be like, okay. And I never really would take him up on it. But one day, in the middle of the day, I did call him. He was like, baby, I'm on the top of this ladder, working with this. Call you right back. And I was like, please don't kill yourself. But it's that level of like, so she doesn't think that I'm playing games, even though I told her she could call anytime. It's that type of like, I meant what I said. Okay? Your needs are going to be met. You're going to be able to meet your needs. You're going to be able to keep the promises to yourself and other people. Again, even friends and family and a significant other is going to, give you what you need. And not that because they owe you, but because they respect you. So if you tell your mom, I'm going to bed early, to get more sleep, she's not going to call you at 10 o'clock. She's going to call you at 7, 8 o'clock. That's an example of giving you what, when I say people giving you what you need, it's going to be respecting your boundaries, respecting the new you and whatever it is you got going on. Okay. Go back to my notes here. You'll be able to show up as your authentic self any day, anytime with anybody. You won't have to feel like you have to, explain yourself, defend yourself, clarify, or anything in between. Nobody's going to be like, why you got all that stuff on your face? Now what you doing? You know what I mean? This makes me feel good. This helps me show up as my best self. This is how I want to show up in the world. All that's not going to be your experience. You'll be able to have fun. You'll be able to just take the days as they come. You'll be able to have things to look forward to, whatever those things are for you. For me, it was my vacations. I love to travel, being able to enjoy family time, do fun things at any time. I didn't have to just say, okay, in 6 months and, I'll be able to do this and the other. Maybe next year, things were a little bit more, they came sooner because I had done the work on the back end of being able to have certain things at my disposal. You won't feel like you're wasting time. Time will move slower, but in a more, again, back to the peace where it's like, you just let the days unfold. You just let it's not going to be like anxious and all this stuff of like, you don't have enough time or you're not being able to get it all done. It's going to feel good and it's going to be like, whatever we do is whatever we do. And you're going to feel really protective. Lastly on my list, protective of all the work and progress you have made of your home and the love that you have, the new love, not even new because you've always had the love inside of you, but the new expression of love for yourself that you have established. You're going to be very protective of that. So you're not going to do things or choose things or allow things that are going to take you back to who you used to be or make you feel uneasy. You're going to be able to readily and more quickly spot any red flags. And because, things are going to happen. You're going to meet new people. You're going to have new opportunities and things come. And you're going to be able to be like, oh, no, that don't work for me. That does not work for me. In a very clear way. Very clear way. When I got myself together and I started going back out, I didn't choose these dumpy divey go-go bars anymore that were in certain parts of the DMV that I was used to frequenting. I can have a good time anywhere. But I was like, it's too smoky, and not like the upscale nice cigar lounges that have these fancy air filtration systems. I'm talking you smelling everything and some dirty socks. It just smells horrific. And I hated how my locks used to smell in places like that, and my clothes, and but I was having a good time. But and even before when I used to wear the Cinecles braids. So I stopped going to places that I'm like, I'm better than that. It's a rough crowd. You never know what's going on. Who's all going to be in the room. You know what I mean? I had seen a couple fights break out. Again, nothing to do with me. I'm like, I'm just here minding my business. But I was like, but the new me, that's not anymore. So where did I start going? Live music lounges in DC. MGM has a great vibe at the National Harbor. Where else? What was another favorite place? What's that hookah bar called? Anyway, it doesn't matter. And that reflected me choosing better for myself, so I felt safer. It is way more well lit, more seating, less crowded, grown and sexy vibe, more adult, mature crowd, no whole lot of riffraff, and definitely no ratchet smoking. No offense to anyone that smokes, but y'all know there's the ones that like they classy with it and they got a card. Or they just like, you smoke all day and you don't wash your clothes ever. Y'all know there's a difference. So I use that as an example because I started meeting different type of people and having different and better conversations and meeting people that were about something and talk, like even the bartenders were just more like, yes, like my drink is ready now, not 20 minutes later from standing and waiting and trying to fly. You know what I mean? Like it's just a whole nother vibe. That felt good to me. It's the little things when you get into a habit of giving yourself the best, showing yourself the best, allowing yourself to have the best, only choosing the best people, only choosing the best partners, only choosing anything and everything that you have set up to be good for you. Then after a while, it'll be so automatic. It'll just flow. It'll be a no-brainer. It's like, things will just like, oh, that's just so me. Oh my goodness, it's just so, there was no confusion. It's so me. This is so my vibe. This is so everything that I needed to be. And this applies to any category in your life. It is possible. It does happen, and it just takes time, and it takes you to give yourself that and the consistency, because the time is based on the consistency. If I had started this journey 4 or 5 years ago and kept starting and stopping, not starting, learning, pivoting, tweaking, strategizing, saying, no, that doesn't work for me, let me try something else, okay, that's a different process. I'm talking about starting and stopping, quitting, losing sight, getting discouraged, getting frustrated. I would not be where I am today or who I am today. And when I say who, let me be clear. All of us have the potential for infinite possibilities inside of us already. It's only a matter of what are you going to allow yourself to become. Okay, if you envision yourself as this butterfly, but then every time you go get ready to do this more metamorphosis phase and you break out your chrysalis a little too soon, you gonna be halfway looking crazy. Don't nobody know. I don't know what these caterpillars look like mid butterfly. Don't want to know. That's not for me to see. That's private, okay? So, but we know that once they get in that cocoon, it's a wrap, literally. And the next time you see that creature, it's going to be its full best self. All colors and everything. Matter of fact, not only that creature has gone from being a little grubby worm, rolling around, climbing around on some leaves, to now this thing can soar. This thing can fly. That need to be you. And I said this in another video, but I'll say it again in a different way. And for the people that you run across on your journey, especially these man boys, when they are mid-cocoon, it is not your responsibility to stop what you're doing and try to help them figure it out, and so that they can get to their full potential. You have to make sure that you stay on your journey. The only people that you are responsible in this natural world, in this journey called, the human experience on this place called Earth, is the natural born children that you either adopt, your God babies, and the children that come from your wombs. okay? Or your nieces and nephews, we'll throw them in there. You got, the immediate family, okay? You have taken, guardianship over these little humans to help guide them, not shape them, but guide them to their full potential. But when they hit 18, it's a wrap too, because now they're going to make their own adult choices, hands off. You can be there for support and be there, to get word of advice or prayer or whatever else that you do. But adults, 18 and up, are their own people and they make their own decisions. Now, when it comes to elderly, aging parents, and again, whoever you consider a mother, father figure, when they get up in age, yes, the right thing to do, the natural thing to do is to also take them up under your wing. I hope my children do the same for me. But aside from that, you are going to be ever perfecting and ever evolving in your journey to become the butterfly that you were always meant to be. And it doesn't matter how long it takes. And it doesn't matter when you start this process. 30 is never too old. 40 is never too old. After a divorce is never too late. After being widowed is never too late. After a child is never too late. After 4 children is never too late. After a bad breakup. After a mental breakdown, after quitting or a job or being laid off of a job, after going to jail, heaven forbid, after, no matter what it is that you have experienced in life, at any age and at any phase, it doesn't mean that you can't start this process. It's never too late. And I remember when I first experienced one of the deepest pains in my life and feeling like someone else could alter my life path and feeling hopeless and feeling defined by this dark shadow of events, I had to make a decision. And I said, I'm not going to let words define who I was always meant to be. I'm not going to allow this event, these turn of events, shape and stop who I was meant to be. Now, it took years to stand on those words that I said to myself. And then I had another transformation moment where I was like, okay, now I'm not going to let this stop me. 2 kids later, now I'm in my mid-20s and I feel like this and it feels like that. And it's also bleak and depressing and sad. But this is not who I really am. I am not what I have allowed to happen to me. I am who I am. And, I am very firm and clear. And even now with my children who are 6 and 10, I am your mother, yes, but you don't know me like I know myself. I have to be your mother in this moment, but I am creative. I am a vixen. I am sensual. I am expressive. I'm smart. I'm adventurous. I'm spontaneous. but you have to know me in this moment as your mother. So we don't let the titles define us. Some people say, oh, I'm a wife. Okay, and? But before you're a wife, you were a wife. Who are you? Who are you? Oh, I'm a teacher. Oh, I'm a nurse. Okay, and? Beyond that, you know what I mean? You need to know these things for yourself, and only you can discover and evolve to be whatever you want to be. And you can, let me add this last thing at 18 minutes, not bad. You can change your mind. And I repeat, you can change your mind. I was around here trying to paint. I get these artistic bursts. And I was like, I am so frustrated in this process. I am not a painter. I am artistic, but I am not a painter. There's a difference. I am a collager. I am a mixed media artist, but I'm not a painter. My sister is a natural born painter. She got it from my daddy. I can sing. I don't like to sing, but I can sing. So when my brothers came along, the twins, and they can just pick up a guitar and start strumming, they can play music by ear. I don't have that talent or ability, but that's okay. Now I can go somewhere and learn how to play anything. See, so these talents and skills and whatever attributes and everything in between, the magic can be cultivated. And you can change your mind. I did that and then I'm going to try something else. So again, all of it is up to you. All of it is up to you. Who are you, or who do you want to become? Who are you always meant to be? And it will feel so good once you get to that point and you gift yourself these things, because this is how it goes. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, peace. Bye.